Right, the showpiece on the first day, the Tuesday, is very much the Champion Hurdle, and here to run us through it all is Tanya, Bill and Claude. We bet here at Star Sports, we've got 5-4, strong favourite for Heen, 3-1 the new one, 5-1 last year's hero Jet Ski, 8-1 Hurricane Fly, 14-1 Arctic Fire. Bill, you kick us off then.
Well, it's all about Willie Mullins again for Heen. New kid on the block, done nothing wrong, unbeaten over hurdles. Won like a monster. You know.
Are you Willie's press man?
Exactly. Yeah, it's all just.
You can tell the truth. You're amongst friends. You're amongst friends.
I haven't selected him yet. Love the gig though. Faugheen is a monster. I think he'll be incredibly hard to beat. Hard to oppose him. The new one. I've got my feeling with the new one is I think if the Champion Hurdle was run over 2 miles too, it might help him. I know he made the mistake last year and he's the horse finishing off best of all. I just think he lacks the gears to win a Champion Hurdle, and I think that Faugheen will win. I think Jet Ski will probably come second, and I actually think that Arctic Fire, if there's an each way bet in the race, if they go a strong pace, I think Arctic Fire of Willie Mullins is probably the bet in the race each way because he's improving with every run. Mullins thought he was the best when he was a 3-year-old, thought he was the best of the bunch. And I would say Arctic Fire each way at 14-1 would be my selection, but I think Faugheen will win. And I haven't mentioned Hurricane Fly.
I was going to say Hurricane Fly, 11-year-old. I mean, Hatton's Grace, for me, that's just a bar at Cheltenham, but Claude, you were probably there to see it.
11-year-olds have won it before. Yes, I think Willie Mullins, I wasn't privileged to enjoy all this smoked salmon sandwiches like some people have this week.
Too busy having prawns at home.
No, I'd love to see Hurricane Fly do it. But you know, at Leopardstown, he seems to. That's his track, isn't it? 9 out of 9 there. He's come to Cheltenham 4 times. He's won it twice, but he's been beaten twice, and well beaten. He's a small horse. Faugheen, everybody seems to think he's unbeatable. 8 out of 8, he's won by 66 lengths. And Ruby, I'm sure, will ride him come the big day. I don't think there's much doubt about that. Jet Ski, I really can't see him winning. I really can't. He's been put in his place 3 times by Hurricane Fly.
Put in his place last year on the lead up, wasn't he?
Yes, and he's got
the job done.
He's got the penalty of AP McCoy riding, and who's never won on him. So I mean,
who is he?
No, I won't.
He'll be forgotten soon.
I won't have him. So I'm going to stick with the new one. I'm president of the Nigel Twiston Davies fan club. We have a lot in common, I have to tell you. And if you've got shares in Merlot, you'll know why. But I think this is a horse who was terribly unlucky last year. And you say he hasn't got the speed, but even when he was sort of bogged down at Haydock, he got out of trouble, didn't he? That was quite a sort of speedy ending to that race. He got up there and a lot of people thought...
On heavy ground.
On heavy ground. A lot of people thought he was going to go
I'm yet to see that in the Racing Post comments. Speedy ending. But we'll coin it and we'll keep it.
He was
the only horse, to be fair, he was the only horse that quickened on that that day.
So, and he's won the Neptune.
He's been finding ways to win a bit more than he did. You know, when he got beat by My Tent the year before, Kempton I think it was, people were questioning his... mental attitude, would he get down and knuckle down and win? But I think this year he's proved that he's a fighter and he's got the talent to go with it.
I know there's a fierce Irish challenge for the race, but I'm going to stick with the home team and the new one.
I was a bit harsh about the new one, where you said the Kempton race where he's pounced on by My Tent or yours. It's an ideal scenario for... That race is always an ideal scenario for the likes of the 10 and Archibald. No, I just think it's ideal to sit and pounce. I think it was a little bit harsh. The new one's done nothing wrong. Certainly nothing wrong this season. Many people crabbed his effort at Haydock last time, but they forget how good that Bertimont is. He's no fool, Bertimont, and he
on that ground,
and even within that sort of sphere, because he kept on well at Wincanton when Irvine fell. Bertimont, who'd set the race up, kept on well. So you can see that I'm going to sort of lean towards a bit of each way on Purple Bay, who's sort of been overlooked. And I think of all people, of all trainers, John Ferguson's got a mighty strong team going to the festival to try and break his Cheltenham Festival duck. He could have certainly some more making an impression in the placings, but let's sort of reel back and go to who he thinks going to win this race. I'm certainly with Claude in the fact that Okay, Jetski's been trained for one thing in mind, and that's to defend his title, but he seems to be making too many clumsy errors, keep tripping up on himself, and when put under pressure to just jump, let alone even forget beating Hurricane Fly, just jump the last hurdle last time out. He
makes
just fluffed his lines.
He makes mistakes at the wrong time too.
Yeah,
Always at the last flight. Yeah.
However, I was, like many people at Kempton on Boxing Day when Faheen ran, and any aspirations for Irvine or sign of victory that they ever had of going to Cheltenham in the Grade 1 this year were gone, not only by the line, but they were gone down the back straight, because Faheen just embarrassed them.
Yeah, totally.
He was just breathtaking. And to see that his opposition, in fairness, okay, is his old stable companion Hurricane Fly, who knows a lot, but his opposition potentially is one
This
horse.
could be
so
his year. New one, you could say the new one was his year last year. Hurricanes had his years. Jetski had his year last year. I mean, I want to lay the favourites. You know that I want to be against Dovan. I want to be against Undersud. But you look at this. Undersud's 4-7. It's got to jump fences.
Yeah.
This has never been beat. It's got hurdles for a start. 7 out of 7, I think it is that it's won, and it's what never even looked like. It could have probably done them backwards the way it's won. It's done it handsprings. We've had 3 favourites out of the last 10, but that was Hurricane Fly twice.
Yeah.
Probably due a favourite here in the big one. I can't make a case for anything else, so I'm not going to. For me, my money would be with Faheen. Claude,
the new one.
Bill.
This is a coronation. This is Faheen. This is his time. I actually think Faheen will win, but I do think, again, I made the point earlier about horses being ridden to come second and third. If there's a titanic battle between Faheen and the new one, the Jetski and all that lot, it might well be Arctic Fire that runs on and grabs second.
I've never seen a bookmaker's representative more confident as when he won the Neptune Faheen, as they smashed in my hands quotes for the champion hurdle, as if to say, you know, this is his destiny.
He's the business, basically.
Yeah.
Well, Faheen clearly strongly fancied here, and like I said, we are going to be doing some nice price pushes with these Mullins horses on the Tuesday at all our preview evenings up and down the country. So check them out on the website, and whatever you do back in the champion hurdle, good luck. And if you're at the course, remember we're in Tats Pitch 3. Come and give us your money. Take care.